Good morning. I did that just for Joe. Welcome. We're here for a Marion County Board of Commissioners meeting. It's Wednesday, February 11th, 2015 in Courthouse Square. And as our tradition, we're going to start off with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Well, welcome. This morning we have, first up, we have a presentation for the Santa Central Report. And I believe we have Kathy Crocker, Kimberly Moore, and Estella Cervantes of Marion County Parents Association. Welcome.
Good morning, Commissioners. I am Kathy Crocker, Volunteer Services Coordinator for Marion County, and I had the pleasure of helping with the Sunshine Committee in the Business Services Office to pull off the Santa Central, and so we have some props here. I know Christmas seems like it was a long time ago, but we're circling back to share with you the results of our Marion County employees' efforts and the generosity that they provided to foster kids and families in the community. I do have Kimberly Moore and Estella Cervantes with us from the Foster Parent Association. I'd like them to introduce themselves.
Hi, again, my name is Kimberly Moore. I'm the president of the Foster Parent Association.
Really?
I just wanted to take the time to thank each and every one of you for providing this opportunity with the Sheriff's Department. Again, it was a very successful year. We helped 86 families, which equates to about 320 children in Marion and Polk County. They signed thank you books, again, expressing their sincere gratitude. Again, many families are returning to us. They know some families count on this every year. As you know, foster parents don't get paid a lot for the 24/7 work they do. Any little bit helps, and this is just our way of thanking you for helping us help them. So it was a little book we put together. I don't know if you know much about the program, so I'll let you know that we start in October, sometimes as early as September, to get the forms and the location and the supplies and stuff published so the request slips can go out in time. So all of the families have enough time to get the requests.
Maybe just push it out around the computer there.
Much better. Just so that they have the time to find out what the kids' requests are.
And now it's not working.
A little too far. The kids actually take time to put their thought into it, to see what they can request and give it some idea. The foster parents write it out for them and send it in to us, and then Kathy and our team go to work. And it is a lot of work. We have probably 50 or more on-site volunteer hours just sorting and getting things organized to be dispersed and everything, and that's not including the Sheriff's Department's shopping time. And that I'm assuming, because shopping is not my favorite thing to do, they must love doing it because they have helped us out every year. Estella?
Hi, my name is Estella Cervantes, and I work on this program. I've worked on this program for probably about 10 years, and I just want to thank the Sheriff Department because I feel like it's going smoother than ever with your help. You guys are able to get almost the exact thing that is requested, and that is so appreciated because sometimes this gift may, be the first or second gift that they get. So I appreciate that. I want to thank the Sheriff Department for that.
So as you know, many foster parents, they receive small stipends for their efforts in having children in their house. And that really can help cover the shelter and the clothing and food. But when it came to the holidays, there's not a lot left over. And so for Marion County employees to step up and to help make that wish request a reality was a very generous gift. I have the rolling PowerPoint of this booklet going right now so people can see the notes of thanks from foster parents. I also have some hard copies available for anybody that would like to request them. But some of my favorite quotes that I was pulling out of there, thank you for helping our children, underlined our, and families. We couldn't do it alone. Thank you so much for putting a smile on the kids' faces. It means so much that you cared. So I just really think, thank Marion County employees. I had a lot of department coordinators that helped me throughout the whole county and all departments. Also want to thank my elves in the Sunshine Committee, particularly Brenda Phillips, Tracy Fisk, Angelique Flores, Catherine Thompson, and Stacy Ruman, who helped us go on their own time, much of the time, to go collect the gifts that the departments collected and bring them to the Foster Parent Association. So we really help make the holidays brighter for a lot of families. I really appreciate these two ladies by me, and they do great work. So if you have any questions.
Kathy, can you mind if I take a picture that way so that Jolene maybe use this for our employee newsletter? Oh. I'm just going to hold. So this is usually they're taking pictures this way, but
Okay.
We'll zoom in a little. Come on.
well, I'm going to take a couple of them. Mr. President.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
Yeah, perfect.
Yay.
Where's your Santa hat?
You know, if I'd have known, I'd have wore a tie. I got all these nice ties. You got that little window. That would a missed
Yeah.
opportunity. I don't know where to start, but thank you, and what a great project. I bet there's one. We already know that Kimberly has a magnetic personality, by the way the microphone but there must have been at least one that just kind of really was special or hit home. Could you tell a story or two if it isn't too personal?
About the families?
About giving them and the reactions, perhaps?
We get stories from the parents after they've picked up that sometime, well, in this situation, that was the one thing that they requested that they actually want. You know, kids get lots of filler gifts from parents or grandparents that, well, maybe they don't really want. But when they take the time to think about the request that they're putting on it, and they think, wow, I wonder if I'll really get that, and that they actually get it, this family says that when they opened it and they were shocked that they actually got the one thing that they truly wanted, it kind of broke the mom's heart that she didn't actually think of it herself because he'd been mentioning it before, but we came through because they came through. So, and just the shock and surprise of actually getting something. Kids are in the homes for sometimes a very short amount of time, and to think that they might not get anything is what they're truly thinking or feeling sometimes. Mm-hmm. To know that, wow, somebody is listening and actually got me something that I wanted instead of something that I might have needed is really heartwarming. It's, again, I cannot thank the Board of Commissioners or the Sheriff's Department enough, because every year they come through.
I have one example. We had a kiddo that asked for an MP3 player, and someone from the Sheriff Department got a little iPad player. And so we kind of weren't sure whether to give this iPod because it was meant for this child, but we also were worried that what if they had maybe other foster brothers, and if they asked for MP3 players and they only got the MP3 players. But anyways, what we ended up doing is investigating, and he was the only older child, and then there was two younger, so the younger would not have noticed, but we went ahead and filled it, and deep down he wanted an iPod, and he got it. And so thanks to the Sheriff Department, I mean, you know, there's a limit of $30, but And so he asked for an MP3 player, and someone took took it upon themselves to buy an iPod. And so that was very, very, very appreciated for that child.
Well, this once again proves there's nice people in Marion County working hard to make it better for everybody, and this is a great project. I certainly appreciate you taking part in it, and it sounds like you're rewarded in other ways, and I appreciate that too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I would just say thank you, and it's obviously the joy of giving always is present when you get to do things like that, when you get to hand it directly to somebody or see somebody get something that they don't think they deserve. It's really pretty cool. So thanks for all your efforts and all of the employees in Marion County that make it happen. It's easy up here to just say, go forth and do good works, but it takes all the volunteers. So thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Those children appreciate it, and those foster parents that work really hard and sometimes don't get a break. This is an opportunity for them to enjoy it too. So thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, that concludes our presentation for this morning. I think we'll move right into the consent calendar, Mr. President. Commissioner Brentano.
You know, I noticed we had no one signed up to speak on public comment. I almost feel like filling it. However, I'm not going to. So, Mr. Chair, if I could, I would make a motion that we approve our consent calendar this morning, and it's rather short. In Finance, we approve an order reappointing Byron Hendricks, David Christoph, Paul Warner, Bill Burgess, Tom Rolfing, Chuck Swank, Kenneth Junt, and Chad Freeman to the Marion County Council of Economic Advisors to terms ending December 31st, 2016. And Public Works receive a hearings officer's decision dismissing conditional use case CU 14026, Martin, Clerk's File 5693. And just because we don't have a lot of things, I think it'd be nice to ask John to talk a little bit about how that Council of Economic Advisors helps him in the county, but that's the motion.
Sure. I'll second the motion, and comments on the motion, Mr. Latimer.
Comments on the motion.
Specifically on the finance, I think.
No, it's really a pretty special group of people. As I read those names, I know each one.
They are a very important part of our process for determining what revenues, how we estimate our revenues for the budget. They come from a variety of backgrounds, including Paul Warner, who's works for the legislature, but was the state economist at one time and teaches at Willamette economics, and a really smart guy. And then we've got some real estate professionals, an auditor, and folks in the business of providing legal advice on financial instruments. So it's a really important committee that we're always glad that these folks volunteer and help us as we go about making the estimates of how much revenue we'll have so we can do a budget for Marion County.
If I could.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Well, I know. I'd like to get you involved. But is there a specific example of where some insight, anything that jumps out at you is kind of made you rethink how you forecast and where we're going to be, or is it just always just good information general to know and factor
That's good
in?
information. Thank you very much.
He's a reluctant interview, but
Well, I think we have a motion on the table to approve the consent calendar. So why don't we go ahead and take a vote on that? All in favor of approving the consent calendar, say aye.
aye.
Aye. Okay, the consent calendar is passed. We have no further action. Now we may want to ask some more questions of the Chief Administrative Officer. And
I think you need a team of horses and a rope to drag it out of him, is the impression I get.
well, I would say this, Jeff from Finance is limping out of the room, smiling. I would say this, that if you would like to come, if the public would like to hear from Mr. Latimer on, I believe is it Friday, Saturday? Is your teaching Friday or, no, yours is Friday afternoon. I don't have it in front of me, but I'm going to. That's not a public event. I'm going to be attending the county college event. I started last month and being educated on how to become a better county commissioner. And this week is on finance. And Mr. Warner's going to be there giving a presentation, as well as Mr. Latimer will be giving us an educational presentation on Friday afternoon. So I will be able to maybe answer your questions next week.
Perhaps you'd take a few notes and give me the highlight. I'm serious this time.
Right.
I'd like to learn that.
Would you care to comment on anything else?
No.
Oh, wait, I saw you move your microphone over there. So
I thought you were going to ask me a question about the budget presentation on Friday.
Well, I'm naive about the budget presentation, so I'm going to wait with, open mind to hear what you have to say. So why don't I read the schedule for the day, or for the week, for February Board of Commissioners, Wednesday to Wednesday, February 11th to the 18th. The first thing on the agenda today, or meeting today, is from, we're doing it right now, the board session. So glad that we could do that. Wednesday today from 3:30 to 5 o'clock, Economic Development Advisory Board here at Courthouse Square in the Commissioners' Boardroom from 3:30 to 5. On Thursday from 7:30, at 7:30, Kaiser Marion County Meeting, location Sherry's Restaurant, 4998 River Road in Kaiser. Tuesday, the 17th, at 11 a.m., Leadership Salem class and Government Day, which I went through that program last year. It was a good program. They're going to be coming here to the Senate hearing room, first floor, Courthouse Square, at 11 a.m. On Wednesday, the 18th, we'll be back here for our board session at 9 a.m. in the Senate hearing room. And on Wednesday at 3 o'clock, the 18th, the Santiam Canyon Economic Development meeting at the Oregon State Capitol at 3 o'clock in conference room 160, 900 Court Street. And finally, on Wednesday, the 18th at 4:30, public safety briefing with Marion County civic leaders at the Oregon State Capitol, room 350, 900 Court Street. So a little bit of a busy schedule next week. And any other comments before we adjourn?
No, probably not. Lots of things coming up, but and as you've just read on the list, been a little bit of a quiet time. I maybe they could sense kind of a little bit of a playful mood, but we come here expecting quite a number of items to work on and think about. In this particular week, no hard decisions at all.
Right.
So pardon me for lightening up a little bit.
But we're going to have a long one next week. And
we'll
looking
earn our
forward
pay
to
next week.
doing some business. So with that, Joe, we're going to adjourn the meeting today. We're adjourned.